Alright, so Deontay Wilder has responded to the fact that the WBC are going to investigate his comments about wanting to catch a body in the ring. This is the Battle Camp. Please hit the subscribe button. It's in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. So just a little while ago, ESPN uploaded a video onto YouTube, and it was Stephen A. Smith, the man that probably has the most annoying voice in sports media today. Kind of like The Rock was the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Stephen A. Smith, the most annoying fucking voice in sports media today. Stephen A. Smith was talking to Deontay. Another thing about Stephen A. Smith, right? I have a feeling that he's not just boxing. Like, he probably comments on basketball, American football, whatever else that they talk about on ESPN. Because if he's just specifically here to talk about boxing, then fuck me, ESPN, you need to do better. Because this guy knows nothing. Literally nothing. But anyway, this isn't about what it kind of is about him. But anyway, he was talking to Deontay Wilder, and it was a quick 6-7 minute video, and I'll put the link in the description. And basically, they were just addressing the fact that the WBC came out publicly and said they're going to investigate Deontay Wilder for his comments. And the first question was, he read out the tweet that Richard Silliman tweeted yesterday or the day before, whenever it was. And Deontay Wilder's response is a case in point of everything that I've been saying about him over the last couple of months. The inconsistencies and the contradictions. Now, let's be 100% clear. Deontay Wilder, when he made these comments about wanting to catch a body, and he's made it like loads of times. It's not like he's just made it the one time. The only thing he's been consistent about in what he says is the fact that he wants to kill someone in the ring. That's the only consistency in what he said over the last year or so, right? And he was 100% clear on that, the fact that he wants to catch a body in the ring. Now, when he was asked a question, his response was, why are they investigating me? There's plenty of people that have said worse than me. I step into the ring and I do it for people's entertainment, and they want to investigate something that I say. And then he quickly deflected onto more like a social and political standpoint, saying how there's innocent people being killed and there's brutality going on. And I assume he's referring to police brutality in America and things of that nature. And why aren't they doing anything about that? This kind of, the way he thinks just shows me how kind of narcissistic and self-absorbed and self-obsessed this man is. Because what's going on in the streets, Deontay Wilder is supposed to be someone that the people in the streets aspire to. Something that they can look at to say, look, if we put our heads down and we stop doing this stupidness, there's a chance that we could not just in boxing, but there's a chance we could achieve something in life. If we just put our heads down and work hard at it. And what's Deontay Wilder doing? He's bringing that same street hood mentality into his interviews when he's talking about wanting to kill someone. Just to have a stripe. Just to have a stripe. That's literally all it is. Like I said in a previous video, I wouldn't mind if it was just specifically about Dominic Brazil. If all he was referring to was Dominic Brazil because they've got this bad blood, they've got this beef going on, and you could just say, all right, like, you're just trying to sell the fight, fuck it. But it's not just about Dominic Brazil. This whole thing, the whole problem that I've got with what he's saying, he just wants to catch a body in the ring in general. That's just a desire of his. He just wants to do that. There's a huge difference about trash talking an individual and just generally saying in a blasé manner, oh, by the way, one of the things that I'd like to do is, now that I've become I'm a champion already, but you know what I'd really like to kill someone here as well. That'd be really nice. Those are two totally different ideas. And the thing about this interview and Stephen A. Smith, and the reason why I was having a go at him earlier on in this video, is because he chimed in and basically said, we know you're referring to the fact that when boxers step into the ring, they're risking their life, and you are referring to that. If he had an ounce of intelligence in his body, he would know that, or if he actually bothered to do his research and actually watch video of Deontay Wilder making these comments, he would know that this isn't what Deontay Wilder was referring to. These are two totally different and independent ideas. And if you're in that position, and when we're talking about something this serious, then ask the questions from a genuine place. Don't be biased. Don't be biased at all. Ask him, put it to him. When Deontay Wilder goes on to this diatribe about police brutality or whatever else that he was going on about, bring it back to the fact that, yeah, well, hold on, that's fine, that's all well and good, but just because that's going on, it doesn't mean that you can do this here. Doesn't mean that you have to be negative here. These are two totally different, independent situations. Are you telling me that Jarrell Miller can turn around and say, "Oh, why are you lot sanctioning me for taking performance enhancing drugs? There's people getting killed. That's a lot worse. Why aren't you not focusing on that?" Boxing is a sport, and the WBC is a governing body, and it's their job to govern this sport. It's not their job to govern police brutality and people killing themselves in the streets. Like, if you're gonna say this continually, keep that same energy now. Say it now. Don't backtrack, and I'd rather you backtrack than deflect, because deflecting is a lot worse than just backtracking. It's like, oh, I've done this wrong, but what about him? He's done even worse. Like, no, it's not about that. This is about you. This is about boxing. This is about the WBC. This is about your comments. It's got nothing to do with what's going on in the streets. Those are two totally different, independent issues. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Put your comments below. Don't be scared to hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Don't smash it. Just touch that little fucking thumbs up and it'll turn blue. Share this with a friend. Have I said that? Maybe not. I don't know. Subscribe. I'm not sure what I've said to you guys now. I usually have an order, but I fucked it up. Anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next one.